Well, that was the Ocado driver driving off after depositing his big load of shopping into my, well, I put it in here, obviously, they don't come in. So I thought, yes, let's do another Ocado haul. Here it is. And here it is, miraculously transported into the kitchen. How you diddling? Are you okay? It's snowing here today. Some schools have closed, and obviously it was posted on Facebook. A lot of keyboard warriors, warrior and warrior, they sound the same, similar. A lot of keyboard warriors were saying, in my day, we used to walk to school 10 miles and back in snow drifts of 10 feet. Ooh. Anyway, it turns out that the school or schools that have closed today as a precaution are schools for special needs and disabled children. So obviously it might be harder for them if it does get bad. It is settling, but it's very wet snow. It's not that dry snow that stays around. It's due to rain tomorrow. I can see out of my kitchen window that in this weather the window cleaner is doing its rounds. I know, look, I have a friend who's a window cleaner and he has to go out in all weathers, but in snow, and it's pretty cold out. I still clean all my windows inside and out. I can reach every single window because I'm quite nimble, you know. I'd like to say it's because I've done a lot of yoga, but it isn't. I just don't know. I can get my arm round, so I can clean the outsides, even right at the top of the house. It just involves a lot of stretching. Anyway, now I'm losing a bit of weight, and I've lost. It's only week 2 of the OMAD. I've lost more than oh, sorry, I'm just listening to the dogs causing havoc. It's more than 2 kilograms. I don't know what that is in pounds. But it's working well for me, this old OMAD thing. Just 1 meal a day. Yesterday I kept myself busy. The busier you keep yourself when doing anything like this, the better, because you're not sort of sitting around thinking, oh, I'm hungry. But the hunger pangs, I mean, they don't last. Just ride them out. I'm coping very well with a dinner and a pudding. Just that's it. And it was very good yesterday as well. That's all I had. Well, that's all I have been doing, but I have cheated because I made that cake. One day I did cheat and have a bit of cake later on in the day, which was very naughty of me. But you know, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. Right, let's have a look. I'm going to tell you how much these things cost in February 2024, and it might be interesting for historians if they find my YouTube channel in centuries to come, or even next year. It might be interesting to see how much the prices have gone up or down. I don't think somehow they'll have gone down. I haven't shopped with Ocado since early December 2023. It's now February 2024, and I vowed to myself I'm not going to purchase anything from Ocado without an offer. So a few days ago they offered me 15% off my next order, provided I spent £80. I think it was 80, but it was only off food. It wasn't off alcohol, not that that bothers me, but it also wasn't off things like home cleaning and toiletries. It's just basically food. So I just bought stuff I use or needed. I'll just get these out of the way first. I think I bought 4. Well, I don't know why. Ocado, if you're watching, why put these in a carrier bag? Because the handles break anyway. Can't you just put these in the totes without a carrier bag? When I worked at Asda Home Shopping, we would have bagged something like this. It would just gone in the tote because it can just easily be lifted out on its own. This is M&S sparkling mountain water from Scotland, a pack of 4, and that cost £1.90 for a pack of 4. And I think I bought 4 packs because I do prefer a fizzy water than still with a meal. So I've got 1, 2. I think I got 4. It might be 3. No, it was 4. Some of these have been double bagged as well. No wonder my bag bill was so much. I gave them 11 bags back, so I'll get a refund of £1.10 because they charge you 10 pence per bag. And there's no option not to have carrier bags, so you have to keep them with Ocado. And then if you hand them back with your next order, then you get 10 pence back for each. They'll also recycle other supermarket bags, but you won't get the money back. It's only Ocado ones. They say they recycle them, I don't know how. So, right, that's 4 of those. I think 3 of these bottles will be going in the garage, and 1 can go under the stairs where it's kept cool, and then they go into the fridge as I use them up. Right, let's see what I bought. Often I get stuff squashed with Ocado. It didn't used to happen, but sometimes things get a bit squashed. One tip, if you're shopping with Ocado, don't buy M&S cream cakes, especially vanilla slices or custard slices, because you always, and this has happened to me without exception, you always have to scrape the icing off the clear part of the packaging, because they always stick to it. So if I ever get a nice custard slice, I tend to wait and buy them from the shop, and then they're not all damaged. Right, these are nice. I like these with a burger. These are Jason's Everyday White Rolls with sourdough, and they cost £1.50. Next, a couple of naughty treats. I'm not so keen on cream eggs, but I'll eat them. But out of the cream egg genre, I do like the Cadbury caramel cream eggs. These are tiny. I saw a TV ad for the cream egg from the 80s. I think it was priced at about 18 pence, and it looked huge. They're definitely smaller. I wish we could find out. You can probably find out. These are only 40 grams each now. I bet the original one's about 60 grams or more. But I do like, but because I'm on the 1 meal a day, one of these would be my pudding. Well, maybe 2. Because they're so small, 2 is the equivalent to 1 back in the olden days. And these cost £3.40, crikey, for 2. Hang on, I think I've been diddled. That seems a lot. That was a 2 for offer. £3.40. Oh, they saw me coming. Oh, I think I was hungry when I put my order in. Anyway, never mind. Oh, 1 pack of Tilda, and I've got some more of these. Tilda whole grain basmati. Just nice to go with one of my cook curries, or sometimes an M&S curry if it doesn't have the rice with it. That costs £1, which isn't bad. It's quite a big portion. If I'm very hungry, I would have a whole one of these, but sometimes I can't eat a whole one. It might be like 3/4. But when I'm doing this OMAD diet, I do tend to eat a little bit bigger portions. So on my OMAD diet, I probably would have the whole packet of that with a veggie curry. So that's for the cupboard. I think these, let me just double check, I think these can go in the cupboard and not custard. These are Alpro, so although I am not vegan, I'm vegetarian, I try to buy milk alternatives when I can. So I think, I'll just double check, I think these are okay to go in the cupboard, but you have to refrigerate them after you've opened them. Best before. It's got 2025 date on, so it should be okay. You can have it hot or cold. I've got these, what have I got these for? Well, I'm hoping to make some microwave sponge puddings instead of buying those little tiny pots. Because when we first got a microwave in the 80s, it was a Toshiba Delta Wave with a twiddler. Una Stubbs advertised it. One of the things we did a lot was to make sponge puddings in a Pyrex bowl, really quick to make. It's probably from the Toshiba cookbook. So you just mix them up, shove them in the bowl with jam or syrup at the bottom, few minutes, and you have an instant sponge. Far nicer than buying those tiny things, as I said. So Alpro custard, it's I don't think you refrigerate this. Oh crap, it'll take me ages to look. You'll have to, if you buy this, look on the thing yourself. I'll do it afterwards. I think these go in the cupboard until they're opened. And the Alpro custard costs £1.25 each for 525 grams or 500 millilitres. I do prefer Branston baked beans to Heinz. These are packs of 4. I think it's the cheapest way. I remember when I worked at Asda, these sometimes were on offer. I don't know if it was as cheap as £1, but certainly £1.50 when these were on offer. Or sometimes, perhaps they were £1.50 normally. Anyway, I've got 2 of those. Because I have finished up the stocks I had. I had my last tin of beans last week. So 1 pack of these, it wasn't the 2 for offer, but I think they were on offer at, yes, they were £2.50 for a pack of 4. We're on to some chilled items. I might have that today. Salad doesn't last very long, does it? It's either today or tomorrow. I've been having pasta a lot this week and I'm a bit sick of it. So from pasta to pizza. So I think I'll have a pizza today, about 2 or 3. It's nearly well, it's knocking on for midday. I'm not hungry whatsoever. So yes, I'll have this whole salad bowl. I mean, I think it's supposed to be 2 portions. It says 1 of your 5 a day. So I'll have that with a vegetable or margherita pizza. I think I'll have that as my meal. And then tomorrow I'll finish the last M&S pasta meal I've got. I think it's a veggie lasagna I've got in the fridge. I should have frozen when I got them, but I forgot to. I think I'm off to my mum's shortly. And I've got a lovely one of those cook puddings I showed you in my cook doodah. So it needs custard, so I've got some Madagascan vanilla custard from M&S Gastropub range. And that cost £2.75 for 500 grams. Next we've got, that's upside down. That doesn't look very, that's what I had. That's what I had for my dinner yesterday. But I bulked it up a bit and I had a whole tin of sweet corn mixed in. So I expect I'll be seeing those sweet corn later on today when I have my first bowel movement. Mark thinks I might be seeing them tomorrow as well. So you never know. Sweet corn doesn't digest, does it, folks? I know how much these were, 3 for £9. I'm sure they used to be 3 for £7.50 or even 3 for £7, not that long ago. So I've got tomato mozzarella and pesto pasta bake. These aren't as nice. Oh, I'll tell you what I really liked of my cook. The cook vegetarian spaghetti bolognese was absolutely delicious. It just tasted like Mark's, tasted homemade. So I'll definitely be ordering some more of that at some point. Macaroni cheese, I normally bulk that up when I'm doing my 1 meal a day with about 3 or 4 garlic slices done in the oven. So that just makes it a little bit more substantial. So there's that, and there will be a third meal to go with those. And they go in, I'm going to freeze them actually. I'm not going to put them in the in the fridge. Well, they're much smaller. I didn't realise how small those were. They're small plant-based custard. These are oat-based, Oatly whippable vanilla custard, served cold, 250ml. Again, I don't know if this is... Oh, yes, right. These definitely have to be kept in the fridge. And these cost £1.30 each. I can't remember ordering this, but it was probably on a multi-buy with some other things. This is a cheddar mashed potato. Again, that will form part of a nice meal for me. It's vegetarian, it's freezable. And it will microwave in 5 minutes. It contains 2 portions. 2 portions, yes, but... I'll be having that to myself. 450 grams. So I think that was on a multi-buy offer. Yes, that was on a 3 for £7.50 multi-buy with, I think the other 2 things I got were cauliflower cheese. We'll soon find out. Yes, I'm going to freeze that since I'm going to be away for a few days from Saturday to Thursday. I'll pop those in the freezer because I've got all my meals sorted for today and tomorrow. Although I might take that because I've got 2 meals I need to provide when I'm at my mum's and I'm going to take the food instead of going shopping for it. So I might take that with me actually. I'll sort all that out off camera. I'll work out what I'm going to take. I think this naughty little dessert, that's going to be a dessert for my 1 meal a day. I might keep that actually. That's an M&S triple chocolate sundae. And that costs an eye-watering £2. I do miss having a Morrison's to go to. You can get these huge, I know they're 600 calories, huge like trifle things from Morrison's sort of bakery section. Oh, suits you, sir. This is half the amount for about the same price or more. Oh well, it's occasional. I don't do M&S much. Alpro desserts. These are nice to have a bit of fruit or a bit of sponge cake for a pudding. These are vegan. I remember I used to buy these when they were on offer at Asda for £1 for 4. And let's just read, they're 125 grams each. So it'll be interesting to see next year if they're 100 grams each now for more money. So the Alpro dark chocolate dessert, oh, I paid £2 and that was on offer. I think they're normally £2.50. These supermarkets, I know it's not all the supermarkets' fault. I blame Rishi Sunak, but I think they are fleecing us. Here's the third meal in my 3-4 Italian meal doodah. 4 cheese ravioli. That's definitely going to go in the freezer. I think that's what I might be having today. I think that's or tomorrow, sorry. That's what's left in the fridge when I went to M&S in Leeds. So that's that. Oh, and here these are lovely actually. I think that's just enough for one. Yes, contains 1 portion. It's a reasonable portion. Not as good as my mum makes, but needs must. So that's the other 2 that were in the 3 for offer with the mashed potato. So how much do you get in these? 300 grams in each of them. So as I said, that was 3 for £7.50. I think these might have been on offer. These are quite nice. Although the Asda ones, which are cheaper, are just as good. Or I think the Aldi ones. Yeah, it's the Aldi ones. I've had the Aldi ones. They are much cheaper than the M&S. And I think they're nicer. Or just as nice. Plant Kitchen, no chicken Kiev. I'm saying Kiev. That's how I've always said it. And I think these were on offer. 280 grams, that pack. And they cost £3.75. I'm not sure if they might not have been on offer. Bear in mind, everything I bought was 15% off. So I might have just bought it because I got the 15% off. A couple of pies. I had that cheese and onion pie last Sunday. So what I might do at my mum's, I'll take one of these pies, the mashed potato and some veg. And that'll be a meal at my mum's and then a pudding. So cauliflower cheese and broccoli short crust pastry pie and a cheese and onion vintage cheddar short crust pie. So how much was this? These pies cost £3 each. Right, we have some more Tilda. I was stocking up a little bit because of the discount. So these were, again, there was £1 each. So another whole grain basmati and another 2 white and brown rice. And again, they were £1 each. I suppose they were 85p each, weren't they, with the discount. A couple of tins of mandarin segments in grape juice. The drained weight is 175 grams and those were £1.10 each. For the freezer, I've got 2 packs of 500 grams. Oven baked sweet potato fries. I've gone right off chips. I don't know why. I very seldom have chips these days. But sometimes it's nice to have a few chips with something. But I thought these were a bit different, being made of sweet potato. 100% all natural ingredients. I bet they've got seed oil on them though. Let's have a quick look. They've got sunflower oil. Oh well. I still need to reduce my seed oil intake. So those, I thought those were on offer, but it seems they possibly weren't. They were £7.30. Well, £3.65 each, or £7.30. Oh, crikey, Roger! £7.30. I must have been having a brain aneurysm or something. £7.30. Blimey O'Reilly. Yorkshire puddings, I know, should make them yourself, but they're so easy. A few minutes in the oven. They're a nice accompaniment to a roast meal. A vegetarian roast, of course. And those cost £1.40 for 220 grams. These vegetarian burgers were on price drop at £2.70. Well, they're vegan actually. They're quite nice, quite thick. I normally would have 2 of those with a meal. But you've got to be careful because I think they have a bit of plastic on the bottom or something. I cooked mine with this little plastic piece still stuck to the bottom of them. It was okay though. It didn't melt, fortunately. So yes, be aware of any additional packaging that you need to remove before putting them in the oven. So yeah, that's going in the freezer. The corn roast normally costs £3.75. It was on offer at £3, although I have paid as little as £2 for one of these, maybe even £1.50 at one point. I saw them on offer. But, you know, I like these. They're nice, you know, sliced up, cooked, sliced up gravy with your Sunday roast. But also there's always some left over. It's lovely cold, and I would have that in some rolls with some soup the next day, which is what I did a week ago, I think. So I always like to have 1 or 2 in the freezer. Tend to only buy them when they're on offer though. And something else, I haven't had it for a while because I ran out a few weeks ago. Corn sausage patties. These weren't on offer. I just bought 2 because I wanted to get some stock in. So I'd normally have 2 of those with fried egg. Possibly now doing the 1 meal a day instead of, you know, because I'm not having breakfast. This is what I'd have at breakfast. So what I could do with these sausage patties, I could have them, you know, with those sweet potato fries, baked beans. Could have these in a roll. Maybe have an egg with it or something to make it more of a sort of lunch, dinner type meal rather than brunch. That's what I would normally have. But when I did have cooked breakfast, it normally was late on, so it was sort of considered brunch, and then I wouldn't eat until much later on. I might have a little snack, you know, late afternoon, early evening. But with the 1 meal a day, I'm not doing that. So the sausage patties, I think they're £2.75, but I'm not sure. No, I was wrong. They cost £2.65 per pack, and the pack size is 168 grams. For £2.75, you too could own beer battered onion rings in a light crisp beer batter, M&S, and that's a 360 gram size packet. These McCain jackets cost £3.70. They weren't on offer. I do normally wait until they're either on a 2 for offer or they're on offer, but I did need some, and I thought, well, I'll get them because, you know, I had to spend £80 to get the 15% off, so it's something that I will eat. They go in the freezer, 5 minutes in the microwave, and hey presto, you've got a baked potato. Yes, I know I shouldn't. I should just buy normal baking potatoes and do them in the microwave or the oven, but oh well, you know, we'll see. Once I've lost the weight, and I am losing it, I'm going to have to start looking at improving my diet, but I still will lose the weight on the 1 meal a day doodah. So yeah, McCain jackets. And the final 2 items are these Kirsty's apple pies. They're quite a treat. They are nice though. Obviously not as nice as homemade. So that you get 2 in each, and you don't need to eat 2, believe you me. So that with some of the custard, either hot or cold. They are frozen, so you do have to defrost them. I think you can just cook them. I'm not sure if you can heat them up from frozen. Sometimes you have to defrost first, don't you? Oh, you can. Yes, if you want to serve this, you know, cold, you have to defrost them at room temperature for approximately 45 minutes. But you can oven cook them from frozen. So they're very nice. It's nice tart apples, it's not overly sweet. They were on offer, so it's 2 for £6, £3 each. I'm sure that's still more than I used to pay. I used to get these when I worked at Asda. It was in there. If you can't see these, they're often in the free from section because they're gluten free. But you don't have to be gluten intolerant to enjoy a Kirsty's luxury apple pie. She also does carrot cake, which is okay, but it's got currants or sultanas in, which I don't care for. So I thought I could have got one of these and a carrot cake for the 2 for offer, but I like the apple pie. They'll go in my freezer, and that's a nice, quick, easy pudding for me. So folks, that's everything I bought from Ocado in February 2024. The total cost of goods was £104.10. The Smart Pass delivery was 0 because I have a 6-month Smart Pass where I can have deliveries. It's only on selected days. I haven't gone for the one you can have it delivered all the time. I must cancel that though next time. I think I had trouble before. You have to ring them up to cancel it, which I hate. There should be an option. I'll check if there is, but there should be. If there isn't, there should be an option to cancel that Smart Pass by just clicking a button online, just like you can cancel Amazon Prime. I hate having to phone up and saying I want to, because they'd ask you to phone up because there'd be somebody on the other end trained to persuade you not to cancel the Smart Pass. So the fact I'm not using Ocado so much, I don't know whether it's worth having the Smart Pass anymore. So anyway, delivery was free. Vouchers and extras, I got a discount of $14.47, and the offers I bought, the savings on the regular price, so I saved $5.95. So the total charge was £83.68, and I have paid VAT on £1 of £1, and I have paid VAT of £1.28 on vatable items, totalling £1.77. Anyway, I better get the stuff in the fridge and freezer and everything else put away in the cupboards. One tip for you: don't shop at Ocado on a regular basis unless you really, really like Ocado and you like spending extra money. I used to shop with Ocado on a much more regular basis, certainly after the lockdown, during the lockdown, and when I left Asda. Obviously, when I worked at Asda, I bought most of my shopping from Asda because obviously I was there, so I could do some shopping after my shift, put them in my panniers on my bike and my rucksack, and cycle off home. And I used to get the 10% colleague discount, so it didn't make sense to shop anywhere else. But I did buy the odd thing from Ocado. I did the odd Ocado shop. But the thing is, when I wasn't shopping on a regular basis, they offered me discounts. And that's the time when I think, oh, they've offered, sometimes I think it was as much as 20%. So when they offered me a discount, then I would use it and buy some things I couldn't buy at Asda, and maybe some treats and things. So that worked out fine. But when I started shopping on a regular basis, maybe once a fortnight or even more than that, I wasn't being offered anything. So they don't reward your loyalty. If you shop there regularly, they think, oh, we've got a customer, no need to offer them any discount. But if you just want to shop with Ocado occasionally, just do your shop and then just wait. Make sure you're signed up to the email doodah, and you'll find, I mean, it did take a few weeks for me to get my first discount this year, but you will find offers. 15%, sometimes it's money off your next 3 shops. It might be £20 off the next shop, and then 15 off the next, and then 10 off the next, or something like that. But you'll always get offers, and that's the only time I will now use Ocado, is when they offer me money. And I got the 15% off this shop, so I decided to stock up a bit. So thanks for watching. I don't know if this was of any interest. It might be interesting, as I said, for people to look back on and see how much things have gone up in price, because they don't tend to go down, do they? We have all these price increases, but once they've got to that level, supermarkets are not really inclined to reduce them back to how they were before the so-called problems that caused them to go up in price. So supermarkets aren't your friend, I can tell you that now. The government aren't your friend either. I don't think the NHS are your friend, and I'm completely friendless. Anyway, I hope you're my friend, a virtual friend talking nonsense on the YouTube. Some of you like it anyway, so for those of you who enjoy this sort of, can I even say content? It's just me stood in my kitchen chatting to a camera. But it could be called content to some folk. Anyway, thanks for enjoying today's content. And hopefully you'll join me again for some more thrilling content on Roger's Bits and Doings. Mwah! Bye for now.